Let me get started here in just a moment. I'm glad you're able to join me today. You're from the US. Hope you had a good 4th of July. If not, I hope you had a good 4th of July. I'm going to be working on a few things today. First, we're going to get some red lines done. Get a few more things set up here, and then we should be good to go. So this is actually going to be residential design Revit red lines. Oh man. That one hurt. Base client red lines 62618. Okay. Are we starting with Premiere, or are we starting with... This is not Premiere. Okay, we can come here now. Welcome back. This is not Grace Premiere. Let's take this and copy it. not. It's gonna be fugly. Let's add some trim right above that. Oh, my eye. I'm trying to think that it's the update of this app. March. Let's bring this up so we can see what's going on. Okay, so we got siding. I want siding here too. Alright, we got those. Let's see what's up with this now. Page 4. When did anti-clockwise become a word? Why is it not counterclockwise anymore? What was wrong with counterclockwise? You did it the wrong way anyway, so I wasn't paying attention like a retard. Really? That's the best solution you can come up with, Chris? Oh man, my eye is killing me. We're gonna save money by removing the mirror. That's it for that. This needs to rotate also. No brace for fan. Get rid of the can lights.
You want a beautiful wood floor in your kitchen, bath, or mudroom, but you also know eventually there will be water or mud there, which ruins everything, right? Wrong. With Wood Look Life-Proof Vinyl Plank Flooring, only available at the Home Depot, you get the wood looks you want, while being completely 100% waterproof, guaranteed. So now, where there's water, there can be Wood Look Life-Proof Vinyl Plank Flooring starting.
Woman's gonna have to learn I gotta work at some point. She can't just keep interrupting me.
More doing. US only. See store for details.
Napa know-how. This week only, Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for just $2.99 a quart. Wait, what? $2.99? That's gotta be wrong. Let me fact check that real quick here. Well, I'll be a minivan's uncle. The sludge-fighting, long-lasting protection of Napa Full Synthetic is just $2.99 a quart. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer available July 1st through July 8th.
I'm Ryan Burke. I'm the head cider maker at Angry Orchard, and we're in Brittany, France. I wanted to make Angry Orchard rosé.
Okay.
If you're looking for inspiration,
Not that I can think of.
crushed apples. Our rosé is a little bit less sweet. It has a really bright, refreshing taste, and it includes enjoy an Angry Orchard rosé, hang it out outside. That's serious enough.
Okay. That's not going to sell well at all. I think that's everything. Just make sure I didn't miss something in the... Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. Good. Oh man. Man, something in the air has got me messed up. This is... gray space, red lines, nope, yeah, that's right, 7, 5, 18. Okay, we can come back here. Oh, that was lovely. I'm gonna take a quick break. I just remembered that I got some Dayquil downstairs, and I think that might help me a lot. I'll be right back. Alright. We'll see if that fares me any better. Okay. New project. From template. PHP brace base. Nope, we gotta invite people first. Let's invite Miss Holly, Miss Courtney. Then we go back to the to-dos. Add project to TimeFox. Nope. Gotta assign it. Original plan modifications assigned to Courtney. I'm actually wondering, let's do this. Let's actually do this to-dos. Why don't we just delete this project? What happened? Put it in the trash. Okay, now let's go to Grace. Okay, good. So let's go from here so they can see it. Cover sheet. plan. Front elevation, back elevation. We need this down to both the garage right and garage left versions at 2 car only. Okay, electrical. I think that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Elevation changes. Be sure they are reflected on cover sheet. Okay, that was easy. Plan. Great room and hall are carpeted. Place separation strip between entry and great room and label entry is now tile. Entry great room label each side accordingly. Flex room is now single door, right and swing in. 2668 door. Remove tub from owner's bath. Owner's bath.
Black Friday savings.
Remove tub.
Devil's Black Friday and July sales event is back and bigger than ever. Get in
Remove
laptops, Intel processors, and
window above tub.
amazing selection of electronics
Remove
for huge
mirror
by Dell. It's their best Black Friday in July ever, but it won't last all summer. So visit Dell.com/Black Friday or call 800-BUY-DELL today.
Replace tub with
It's worth more than you think. Because at
closet
Wendy's, $1 all you need to pick up the new
and
Buffalo
shelving.
Ranch Crispy Chicken Sandwich.
See red lines.
Now you got it. Hot, crispy chicken topped with melty Monterey Jack.
Mirror and owner's closet. I think that's it.
Worth more than ever. The $1 Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken Sandwich. More flavor, $1.
Which was it? Flex room?
Participating Wendy's. Price and participation.
I'm sure we'll do electrical.
This is Drew. Hello. Drew thinks he has
Remove lights.
but Drew's actually being a little oral careless.
Wait.
See, rinsing with Act anti-cavity mouthwash beyond brush and
Tub.
mouthwash can reduce cavities up to 70%.
Move shower switch closer to shower.
Strengthen teeth.
I'm in. From now on, I'm a brusher and a rinser.
Remove can lights.
Good one.
Yeah.
Oral careless.
Great room.
Anti-cavity mouthwash every day.
Update the wiring. Replace all cans with surface mounted lights, surface mounted fixtures, align rightmost fixture with entry chandelier. Place leftmost see red lines. That's all I need to do. I don't need to be quite so wordy. Remove fans and brace note in flex room and bedrooms. Remove fan switch. Update wiring. I think that's it. Nope. Remove fan brace and outdoor patio. Remove the $15 piece of hardware in the patio. That's how we're going to save money. Okay. Back elevation. Add siding and trim over bedroom and nook windows. That was it. Which elevation is that? Side elevation. Add siding. Wait. There's no window there, so... Can you please tell me what this invoice is for? So the last thing I need today is to be explaining invoices when I'm just trying to get your freaking house plans done. Okay, so I think, yeah, let's just do this. Save as. Save as. And then we'll just make sure that this is the right version here. And we'll be on our way. So I think that was it for red lines. I just need to add siding and trim above Lex room window. Let's remove that because I just made a new version of it. Make sure this is good. is good. So we'll go ahead and add this to do. And before I switch gears and go on into finishing up this residential set, I'm going to take a quick break. But this is what we'll be working on next, right here. I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Okay. There we go. Now let's get this done. So we don't need the conference room over here anymore. But we do still need the carport. Turn the music down just a little bit. Microphone back up. Hello there. Welcome back. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So, my mission today is to finish this floor plan, and part of that is going to be coming in and fixing all these dimensions, right? Because some of these dimensions just don't need to happen, and also, the mission is going to be finishing this bid set, because it's taken way too long, and I can't bill any more time to it. So, I am working on finishing this up. I don't even need a dimension, I need to get the rest of the stuff taken care of. Let's see. Let's go ahead and close that. This we can residence resources. I think I need to copy some stuff over here because some of it is missing, which requires opening this back up. Started this project a year ago. The TIFF files all need to come over. I think this is, yeah. This can come over here. They can try to come over here. There we go. Let's get the kitchen study going. Oh, you know what? This is not going to have the actual plan in it. Oh my god, woman. Is this something which has to be decided this instant? I really need to concentrate on work. So I need to if it were a quick yes or no, then you wouldn't need me to make the decision.
What? Where am I? Who are you?
Greetings, Earthling. You've been... what's the word? Corrupted.
You mean abducted?
Yeah, that's it. Look, I've been traveling for 9 light years. I'm a little fried.
What are you gonna do to me?
We're gonna perform a series of,
Didn't I do that already?
quizzes, yeah.
Documents.
No, man, no, it's definitely quizzes.
I think you mean tests.
Sleepy, grab a
Creative
Snickers.
things.
Howdy, folks.
CAT
Colonel
site.
Sanders here to announce that KFC's new Crispy Colonel Sandwich
Apparently I
is now
never saved
available on a
this.
$5 fill-up. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a new KFC Crispy Colonel Sandwich, wedges, cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the new Crispy Colonel Sandwich and a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC.
What do I
It's
want to
finger-licking
open?
good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
State Farm, this is Bill.
Finally got me, Bill.
What's that, Rick?
The Clark Street crater, the mother of all potholes.
Oh.
Yeah, year after rim-wrecking year, it's tormented the people of this town. They try to fill it, but it always returns. It got me good.
But you know, State Farm's got you too.
You hear that? You ain't nothing!
You trash talking a pothole?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
It's definitely not that one. It's not the right. There we go. think this is it right here. Let's export this. What is Autodesk issue with not remembering the last location when you're saving and opening things? It's like they refuse to use the built-in features of Windows. So there's already a file called Kitchen Plan Study, and that's what I was afraid of. I think that's what it is. We're in the Kitchen Plan Study 7.5.18. That's what we need to do right here. I feel like I had more space before. What happened? This needs to be bigger. I don't even. This is such an aberration of a freaking floor plan. It hurts to look at it. Actually on the sheet. Let's get into a working floor plan view because that's a little ridiculous. This all kind of feels wasted right here. We're not tweaking anymore. Let's just get it done. Revit, hidden casework door. Okay, well, let's make that happen. For now, let's just put a door in. Let's put 3680 door in right here. So that's going to be an issue. We're going to want to move that door over here, like I showed in this. I think we also maybe we'll move it up here. I think that's what we want to do right there. Or do we want it to be straight into this spot right here? I think that actually makes more sense. Something like that. Maybe another tall counter right there. And this should give us, I mean, if this isn't enough counter space for them, then mind blown. Let's do 3080. There. It is true. So one of my concerns right now is that this corridor from the garage all the way down to the living area is really long. Like the width of most houses long. Right? So it takes the distance from a normal house from one end to the other to get from the garage to the living space here. And you have to go through the dining room. Now, most of the time they're going to be going up and down, right? And this is why I think the nook needs to be up front, because, well, only the kids are going up and down. So maybe the kids go through the pantry and come over here and eat. I don't know. This is kind of new for me. I do want to make sure I should have location steady. I should have some red lines that we scanned in. Let's see if I can find this guy here. Is put it in 9, 6, 7. There's a bunch of them. I already downloaded these. I feel like I've done this before. No. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't it just tell me 10 a second ago? Hey, Amanda. How's it going? Window area and glass area were different. I'm not sure what that means. You mean what you gave them and what they measured was different? Left off at 32. So what do you mean by the window area and the glass area were different? Freaking elephants on the roof, man. So if you do a lot of mass renaming of files, like PDFs for instance, I highly recommend this bulk rename here product. It is a free tool, which usually works, and you can do fun things like this. We'll select all of these guys right here, and we're going to remove all of the first name. We're going to add prefix, client meeting red lines, lunchtime. What? Alright, well, have fun. And then it was actually 6/4/18. And then numbering so that they are different. We're going to do suffix. And separate. There we go. Like that. And we're going to rename those. And you'll see it do that over here.
Every day across America, terrible quotes are happening.
So now instead of this generic name, I know it's a little bit more descriptive. And
grass is
it was
just
done for me.
soft, tiny trees.
There are problems at the tennis club.
I have a sixth sense for smelling.
So terrible. But thanks to Safe Auto, you can get a great car insurance quote in just 3 minutes that can save you 25%.
Yay.
Visit safeauto.com today.
Okay. And then if I need to, I can rename them a little bit more accordingly.
We're conducting an experiment.
So this is
You may have a chance to purge soon.
curved wall window details.
Witness the beginning of an American tradition. We gotta be prepared for anything. The first purge.
Citizens, join the first purge.
Rated R, tech for Showtimes, now playing.
What is this? This is...
Come on in. Honey, will you turn it off? Wow.
Oh yeah, we were working on the shower elevation. This is the...
But we can't go outside.
Mosquitoes?
Yeah, they carry so many diseases, we're better off indoors.
Well, if you want to take this camp back outside, I can use the latest science from our entomologist to help protect your yard from mosquitoes.
But do you get
Didn't I say chamber?
Yep, this red one right here, Oregon. Pest control down to a science. Click the banner to buy now.
This one is... shower elevation study. This was office study. Might as well just open all of them. Alright, this is Game room entrance study. This was a kitchen layout study, but it's kind of pointless now. Kitchen layout study. I already opened that. Living area section study. They're both living area sections. Living area section study. Looks like number 4 does the same thing. Was this one a little bit better? Is that what it was? Yeah, it was a better copy. Okay. Alright. And let me just check something out. Oh look, there's more here. I think that's going to need to be censored. But we'll come back to that later. I don't want to deal with that right now. I also need to keep this elevation steady up. I swear. Basically, I'm trading these one for the other. Jeez. Come on, network. You can do it. Stop saving. This is pretty much useless, so I'm going to close that. This I can hold on to because it gives me an idea of kind of what they're thinking. They want a little bit more space between here and here. And I can certainly do that. So it's the kitchen plan study. LCD. Maybe that one right there. All this laptop is doing is sitting here. It's not processing anything, and yet it feels like it's going to overheat any second now. It's a little frustrating. it doesn't need to be that wide. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe these go down close to here, and then this moves up to that. And then it's like a corner unit here, with that being wasted. This is kind of pointless here too. There's really not that much space. But maybe this doesn't have to be so big. It's like 6 feet. Maybe this can shrink a little bit to make the kitchen a little bit bigger. Like it needs to be bigger. Okay, this does need to be bigger. Or maybe this nook needs to come into this, so that you're almost traveling through the nook. Let's finish this real quick. Okay. Why can I not edit that dimension? Piece of crap. Why can you not control the dimensions for the wall? So let's do this. Let's make a line right here. And this needs to be... make it right there. And then make this one more like...
Why wait until November for Black Friday savings when you can score them in July? Dell's Black Friday and July sales is
right there.
bigger than ever. Get incredible deals on the very latest PCs and gaming laptops with Intel Core processors
Wow.
and free shipping on everything. Plus, don't miss an amazing selection of electronics and accessories. For huge deals, call 800-BUY-DELL. It's their best Black Friday in July ever, but it won't last all summer. So visit Dell.com/Black Friday or call 800-BUY-DELL today.
I'm a one-trick pony. Literally. I show up at kids' parties and act cute. That's pretty much it. So excuse me for being bitter. When Geico says not only can we save you money on car insurance, but we do more. Like give you 24/7 access online, over the phone, or even via our award-winning mobile app. Well, ooh la la. Aren't they multi-talented? Hey, I said organic carrots.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
This week only, Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for just $2.99 a quart. Wait, what? $2.99? That's gotta be wrong. Let me fact check that real quick here. Well, I'll be a minivan's uncle. The sludge-fighting, long-lasting protection of Napa Full Synthetic is just $2.99 a quart. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state and local taxes or recycling
So I can
fees.
almost
Available July 1st through July 8th.
bring this in another 2 foot. What happens if I do this? That's too close. What if I bring it in 2.6? What if I just leave it right there for now? Why is that so different than this? What is this space? What is this space? Almost want this to sink in like this. That is really big. That can shrink. Let's bring this back to... Oh, to shrink 2 ton of much, but we do want it to shrink. What if this were 5 feet? So just barely a walkout, which is fine, I think. I think that's actually going to help the back of the house quite a bit. But maybe not that small. Maybe this is more like... 10 feet. There's some really cool things that we can do with this right here, but I don't want to deal with it right now. If that comes out, it's not too horrible. Stop deleting things. Oh shoot. But I was in the working plan. Am I still listening? Yeah, I am. Good. I'm thinking this might be like a coffee bar right here. I like this better. What do we think? So I'm passing through the dining room. Get to the living room area for the garage. I'm passing through the nook to get to the owner's suite entrance. Hey, are you going through soccer withdrawal? Almost can't breathe. It's so bad. Good thing I have training coach tonight, or I don't know if I'll be around tomorrow. Plus, I had to watch my Atlanta team lose to Dallas last night. Protect, can't do that yet because of that. Have I already done? I have already done that, and it does look rather smart. I'm going to make this larger also. That's a 12 foot. Yeah. I think the more of an opening there, the better. And instead of making this like an interior-exterior space, it just ends up like this. I gotta stop tweaking it. I gotta finish it. Stop tweaking, Carl. You gotta be careful about saying that around here. How did they end up back in this plan? Okay. I got that. Did I already? I feel like I put it built in right there already at some point. Right. This is going to be one of those walls where I can't dimension to the one thing that I want to dimension to. Yeah, that thing right there. I want to dimension to that line. But no, it's going to dimension to the grid instead. Because Revit's just going to be a jerk. See, I can dimension to that one just fine. I just dimensioned to the grid. Why can I not dimension to that line? I can dimension to that line, but not that line. Jeez.
Do-It-Herself Storage Caddy Workshop is on Thursday, July 19th at 6:30 p.m. Want a great way to hold your stuff? Better save the date. Come learn how to measure, cut, stain, and build a storage caddy perfect for parts, tools, kits, or knacks. After this workshop, you won't just know your stuff. You'll know exactly where your stuff is. The Storage Caddy Workshop, Thursday, July 19th at 6:30 p.m. Register today at HomeDepot.com/workshops. The Home Depot, more saving.
But I massaged this stuff already. Let's take a look and see. So I'm supposed to kind of shift everything.
Available on a $5 fill-up. Why? Because you won't spend $7 on a meal at a burger place. You can spend $5 on a new KFC crispy Colonel sandwich, wages, cookie, and a drink at KFC. I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the new crispy Colonel sandwich and a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
You know that new car you've been thinking about? You would have already found it if you were a whole new Auto Trader. And with Daily Legal Price Advisor now built in, you'd know the price is fair. In fact, you'd probably be driving it as we speak. All the cars like never before.
Breathe in. If you think you're calm now, imagine how relaxed you'd feel if Athena Health took hours of tedious healthcare tasks off your
pretty sure that this is already done. Yeah. This is just ridiculous. Like, I can dimension every line in this wall except the one that I want to dimension to. And we can even make that smaller if we need to, if we stay above the square footage line that we're currently at. Okay, I think I need to massage this up a little bit, and get these walls exactly where I want them, but layout there is pretty much done. I can give myself a little bit more space by not making those real brick or real stone that can be lick and stick. You know, give us a little bit more space in there also. If this became like an outdoor space, we put a little awning right here and kind of shifted everything down. This all needs to be rearranged. I think this is going to get a little bit smaller. Are we keeping the prep kitchen we also need to open up this guy right here, just to keep in mind what they wanted to see change. So we got that taken care of. F bath moved to office lobby. Right there. At least 50-inch clearance from table. 3-foot walkway around. Or a 3-foot walkway around. Yeah. The chair's pushed in. Yep, let's go ahead and save. It's still saving. Oh my lord. Hey, it finished. Okay. Oh man. So I got 5 foot there. I shouldn't even dimension those because that's probably all going to change here in a minute. What's up, Amanda? I guess it's lunchtime for me. I didn't even look at that. I might go a little bit later as I try to figure this stuff out here. I'm at a point where I think I'm realizing that I'm not... See, I don't understand why I cannot dimension to that line right there. What? I can dimension to there. Why can I not dimension to that wall? If I split this wall. Now I can dimension that line. So why all the... Are there two walls there? Is that what's going on? 3D. There are two walls there. That's what was going on. I wonder if that's what's going on in the other one too. Yeah, there we go. Problem solving, that's what we like to do. Are there two walls right here? No, there are not. But if I split this wall, can I now dimension to this line? I can. See, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. That's a weird solution to that problem. Okay, so if you can't dimension to a line on a wall, split it and then rejoin it, and then you should be able to dimension to it. Yeah, so we've been update on the Yum Yum box. We've been slowly working our way through the different options, and we've been enjoying most of them. Some of them are definitely a cultural taste, but for the most part, we're enjoying most of them. So it's been a lot of fun. We appreciate you sending those to us. I know, right? And I haven't been taking pictures, so I apologize. I will try to get some pictures of the box, of what's left of the box, because they're kind of scattered all over the place now. And I'll try to get some pictures of the boys eating it and enjoying it. So they're doing, the construction that they're doing right now is, we think that we finally found the water leak. And since the building is years old, not even 10 years old, they're redoing some of the roof stuff, resealing and recaulking, reflashing, all that fun stuff. And that's what they're working on. They're working on our building right now, and they're supposed to be done by the end of the week. But then they got to come in and rip the entire wall out to put a new leader in, new rain leader in. So that's going to be fun too.
Is all that strumming along making you hungry? The sub above difference is giant.
Okay.
Giant sub is a huge portable picnic, and everyone's invited. Giants are meant to be shared, stacked with the meats and cheeses, sliced together,
That's interesting.
precious toppings. Jersey Mike's and grab some Giants to share today, like the perfect Spotify playlist. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
That's even more interesting. What did I just dimension to? Another question. And you're so stingy with these questions. Oh look, I can actually move these. That's that wall right there. I can move that out if I need to. For that office. What does delineation stand for? Boom. Yeah, so that copy paste did not work the way that it should have. Huh. Yep, it's a fancy word for line. That's a 50-cent word for line right there. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it's doing that. This conference room is going to go away. 4 closets in each office. Got that staircase to semi-finished attic. We did that. We did that with lots of natural lighting. We did that. Now they're dancing on the roof. I think we're going to put the mechanical room for this side of the house back here. That way, if we have like pump for the pump and filter and equipment for the pool, it can kind of all be right there. I think that's going to be a better spot than right here what we've got. So I think that means we're going to bring this whole side in that depth right there. Oh shoot. There's a bathroom right there, I can't do that. By the way, I really like the window at the master bedroom head side at your interior department. 518 Main Street, that's not us, that's the one in Marble Falls. The master bedroom head side. Are you talking about this house or are you talking about her office? My head is snowing. Interiors. Master bedroom head side. This one? Like that right there? Yeah, I think you mean this right here. Yeah, we do that a lot. We put the egress windows over here on the side, and then we put windows to bring light in on each side. That way, if you have a larger bed, it doesn't cover the windows. See how this bed frame would have overlapped that trim? But normally, we would give them egress windows, and then they would decide if they put it on the blank wall or in between the windows. But since we give a full design solution, we work with the clients on how they do that. Yeah, you guys probably do egress windows. See, like we do that right here too. So instead of there being a blank wall and an egress wall, we do a egress wall and then a wall with some high windows for light. So these floors in this right here are actually from the executive building in Washington, D.C. from like the late 1800s when they renovated the building. That's all interior stuff. I don't know why our website can't be this nice. Oh my god, I'm so stiff, so sniffly. The allergies, man, the allergies are insane right now. Oh. Carla? Is that my new nickname? I've been called worse. So the question is does this closet need to be this big? I don't think it does. This closet actually might need to be bigger. This closet I don't think needs to be quite so big. So he said he didn't want to go over. He didn't want to use more than one slab for this guy right here. But 10 feet is going to be awfully small. They want a big kitchen with a lot of counter space, but a teeny tiny counter. That's what he wants right there. It's like that doesn't even work with the space that they want. So yeah, I think I don't know. I like the way that this works better now that I don't have like a separate hallway right here. Yeah, 2 foot's good enough for a closet, but one thing that they said is that this was going to store all the stuff from another closet that they had going on. So I don't know. Let's make this like 3'6". I think it's the stock one. I think this is the stock family. I could be wrong about that. Closet shelf and pole M, maybe in the metric. Yeah. I think we might have borrowed it from the metric family. I don't know. It's called closet shelf and pole M. Oh man, this is miserable. This office seems pretty big. So we need 15 inches there. So I'm kind of struggling with this bathroom because they're using this as offices where clients are going to come in. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make this where they don't have to have a commercial bathroom, because if they claim this as a business office, it's going to have to meet business code, and I'm going to have to make this an ADA bathroom. So yeah, there's a little bit of that going on. Yeah, I could do a pocket door right here, and then I could do pocket doors on both sides, really. The pocket doors are the ADA side. I'm having to worry about all this other stuff going on. Okay. I think this is just going to have to be tight. I think he's just going to have to get over the fact that this is tight. Between the allergies and the construction noise, I might not last all day. Oh, man. Because what they want to be able to do is come from their bedroom, just straight through and into their office. So he wants an 8-foot by 5-foot minimum shower. I don't think he realized how long. That's like 12 feet that he drew right here. So I don't think he understood exactly how wide that was. See, this isn't even a temperature change. I think the grass has decided to start blooming. And it's just killing me. That's not what I meant to do. I should already have 3D camera view somewhere. I already took a shot of Dayquil earlier. Yeah, that's not what I wanted right there. That was cool, but that's not what I wanted. Okay. It actually doesn't look bad. I kind of digging that. Right, this is their living room. This is how their living room looks. I wish Autodesk gave me an actual number of what this focal length is. That needs to go away. And actually, you know what I can do? Let's do this. Let's rename this to Perspective Working View. Working views. Boom! You can make different types of 3D views now. That is awesome. And I'm going to turn the crop off. There. That's better. Alright. Let us... I could have sworn I had done this already too. Where does this go to? There we go. Oh my lord. I'm gonna go visit for just a second. I'll be right back. Yep. I'll be right back.
Your times begin with the cool, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's brewed with real iced tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Unwind with a twist. Twisted Tea Brew Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey y'all, this is Tessa Thompson. I know that you love music, so I'll keep this short. Come see my new movie, Sorry to Bother You, in select theaters July 6th, everywhere July 13th.
International soccer tournaments might try. Nothing rallies the world together like chicken wings. So we're doing together with 5 traditional wings for just $5 during international soccer matches. The during soccer matches condition is just a coincidence. We have total faith in chicken's ability to unite. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
June 14th through July 11th during tournament matches. Applications, terms and conditions, and additional application for details.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Oh, right. Oh. Outlets. Yes, outlets. I don't know what you mean. Were there outlets in the wall? Yeah, there's floating outlets. I wish. You know what I really want? Is the minus key to slow down. You can use the plus key to speed up, but I want to slow everything down quite a bit. So I think this ceiling is going to be vaulted. I don't know why she put a ceiling in right there, but I'm kind of liking how this is turning out here. This isn't going to be as big anymore. I think. So let's change this to match that right there. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people watching right now. I think only one of them's real though. Oh man. So we got that. This is pretty much settled now. Alright. Have fun. Come guest bedroom suite. I wonder if he's wanting to he put that angle. I think he likes the angle thing, and I put it back here at the rest of the garage, but I don't know, it seems a little corny now that it's in there. 2-car garage, 26 foot deep. Garage? Four-car garage, 2-car garage. Maybe this slides back to be even with this. Finish saving, man. Come on. Oh man, this network speed is horrendous. So really, there's 3 parts to this house. Which is good. There's company, there's public, and then there's owners. And that works pretty well for what we want to do. Let's line that up there. We're just gonna flood this for now. We'll come back and make it perfect a little bit later. That's we don't really need this railing right here because the roof is there. Although we'll leave it there just for now. We'll leave it there. I don't know why we don't have a wall here, but we will eventually need to keep rain out. That can probably attach to there. Alright, things are starting to come together. This can go away. Yep, delete the dimensions, that can go away. Oh yeah, that can actually, you know what I can do with this? Let's oh man, come on. Because when I move this, it's gonna. Can I not drag this constrained? Oh my lord! Yeah. Okay. That actually worked out better than I expected it to. I'm not sure why though. Come on. Dear Autodesk, if I want to grab this, why does it automatically? It's like automatically every time it tries to grab the dimension. There we go. Every time. There's a hole here somewhere. Who knows where that hole is, but it's there. Do I have things hidden? Nothing is hidden. Hello, Timeless. How you been, man? It's been a minute. Been a minute. Why can I not find? There it is. I don't think that is quite accurate. Oh lord, we're gonna have to restart that. really sure why. Let's do 1'6" overhang from here. There we go. What is this? Slope on that's 4 and 12. And then this one should be 1'6". Okay. And maybe it doesn't need to be that high. To make it higher, that makes it higher. Well, first of all, these windows can go away. Do I prefer joining two roofs together or actually creating the profile of the roof at the valley, which is a better option? So it depends on how you want the model to look in the house. So let me come back to that question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another instance of Revit, and I'm going to show you a couple of our residential projects, and I'll show you why I do it the way that I do it. So while that's coming up, I don't know, maybe I can finish this in time to do that. I think, man, I really think these are just going to be lower. So this one gets all crazy. So I kind of do a hybrid. What I actually do is I join the roofs together, and then I go in, like this one I actually did join them, but you get weird things like this when you join. So if I come in and I unjoin this, if I want this to really be modeled properly, I would need to cut an opening in this roof where it joins, and I don't really have a good way to do that. So what I do is I do this, and I join these roofs together, and now you see I've got a line right here, so I can come in here and I can actually do this right here. Right? And then I have a line that I can use to actually cut the opening in this roof as well. So the framing and the joining actually work much better when I do it that way. So I guess the answer to your question is I prefer to actually draw the roof in the valley, or the valleys and the ridges where they meet. But I use the join tool while I'm massing things. And I don't go back and I don't draw the actual profiles until I have things where I really want them. I'll be right back. I think something's going on downstairs.
Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Attention citizens, just when you thought your fried chicken values were safe, Taco Bell's Naked Chicken Chalupa is back with a vengeance. This time it's joined by a new, spicy, wilder version, aka the Hot Daddy-O, aka the Flaming Phoenix, aka Saucy Shelly. So if Taco Bell offers you a hit of the new wild Naked Chicken Chalupa, aka the Spicy Chicky Choop Choop, say there's nothing boss about spicy sauce.
Brought to you by the Council for Eating Fried Chicken the same way you always have at Taco Bell. Participating locations.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where I am with that. So we do a lot of, man, so I came from the commercial side. I was doing a lot of commercial stuff. And roofs are usually flat roofs. They're not too complicated. And then I started doing residential stuff. I was like, oh man, residential can't be nearly as complicated as commercial. And then I started doing roofs. And boy, let me tell you, residential roofs are something else. So let me open up one of these guys right here. I think this is going to be a good one to kind of show. So that's going to take a minute because our network has been painfully slow recently. Look, there's a door. Oh, I'm just gonna leave that right there. Alright, I don't really know why I'm kind of floating around out here in space. I think I originally was going to go look in the bedroom, in the kitchen area to see, I think I was actually looking right here in the kitchen area to determine if I liked the things that I was seeing here. Maybe even, this isn't too bad. This is I like the way that this is kind of flowing here. There's gonna be built-ins right there on the left. Here's the bedroom. I actually really like that tray starts right here. You can put some cove lighting in and kind of splash this wall. That's a happy accident right there. Hello. Okay, so I think I was kind of looking at, I wanted to see what this was beginning to look like. What am I standing behind here? So that tub is right in the middle. I think this all needs to go back against the wall to give more space right here. Right in a wall, that's what's going on here. So what we're going to do is, above the shower area, we're going to keep it a low ceiling and a low roof, and then we're going to pop it up so that we can get some windows in here and get some natural light into the the bathroom. The issue is that these are all north facing, so it's going to be very diffused natural lighting. I mean, there's not going to be a ton of light coming in. We can get more light by making this larger, making it rain glass, and using some landscaping to maybe diffuse any kind of silhouetting that would happen through the glass. We could also put some glass here, which would be west facing. So those are all options for getting some more light in here, but I kind of like the way this is going to work out. I think this is going to end up being good. We're going to have to work with our modeling issues there. I think someone just came in. I'll be right back. Just kidding. It's just the people on the roof doing construction. Okay, so you can see here that, you know, you just can't do this roof with one roof, right? I was like, screw it, I'm not going to try it with one roof. So I have multiple roofs going on here, okay? And if I were to show you just this roof, so there's a couple places where I've actually cut the roof, and then there's a couple places where I haven't quite cut it or haven't cut it at all. Maybe I haven't adjusted this. If we look at the sketch for this roof, you can see there's actually no cuts at all. And I'm using the opening tool to make those cuts. The reason that I do the opening tool on these roofs is because I have two different slopes. I have 11 and 12 on one side and 9 and 12 on the other. And Revit has a really hard time when you do a double sloped roof, and I'll show you what I mean by that here. So with this roof, that's the main roof right there, you can see that my rafter hits the framing dead on right here on the 1112, and the whole roof has a, it's sitting right on the 8-foot plate, okay, on both sides on the 1112. Okay, for some reason that one's not showing. I think it's because that's joined. If I detach top there, yeah, you can see it. It dead ends right there where the plate height is, because this wall is right at plate height as well. Okay. Now the issue is that when I find a wall that's at the 9-foot level, let's see, might not have one. Maybe this was a bad example. Anyway, so what happens is that on that 912 slope, it doesn't hit right at that part. It's like fractions of an inch off, and it's not a pretty fraction either. It's like 2/56 of an inch or 1/28 of an inch off. So instead of being able to adjust the heights to make that work, it gives you an error. It throws an error. It can't make that roof if you try to adjust that. So that's one thing that I just live with. The other thing is that if I start editing this profile, it really doesn't, it doesn't like trying to figure out what to do with all those different slopes, especially since this is different from this. And when it meets and you get uneven soffit heights, or eave heights, I should say. So I've started using the opening tool to cut holes in problematic roofs. And the issue with that is that sometimes you can't find those. Like, you have to kind of hunt for them. So let's see. See, there's and it's pretty clear that there's there's an opening in this roof, right? But whether or not I can find it is a different question. So I kind of have to end up doing this thing where I highlight things, and then now I've got two roof cuts, and I'm not sure really. Oh, there's one right. Is that one? That's an opening cut. Yep, there it is right there. So there's one, right? And then there's another one somewhere that I just had, but you get the idea. So it's a little bit of a pain to work with opening cuts, but you do end up getting those. But what I end up doing is I end up making just rectangles and joining them together to get the lines, and then coming back and reforming. Like some of these, I have not done that. So this is one. So here's one that I came in and I reformed the shape. It's no longer a rectangle shape. And sometimes it comes down to, do I really need to hide this? Well, we do in this case, because we're doing a VR model of this. So we do need to actually cut that out somehow in this model. So yeah, exactly. So what I would do in this case is I would come in, and because I can't get rid of this slope, because the slope is defining where that that roof should hit the plate, I have to make a opening. So, and I guess we haven't done that with this one yet. So if I were to come in, I did not mean to do that. There we go. And do an opening for this one, it would look something like this. Let's do opening, and I do vertical. I don't do dormer roof, I just do a vertical opening. I would come in and do this right here. And I would find that roof. Where is it? There it is. The other thing is if you've already put fascia on these roofs, you want to go in and remove that fascia before you do this. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to pick the edge to remove the fascia later on. It's funny because with this builder, this opening cut profile is the same on just about every single one of these houses. This little 2-peak profile here. So after I got that, you can see that the roof no longer shows up underneath there, and it looks more like what it will be framed as, with the roof stopping right there and the ceiling joining right there. So it takes a little bit to get used to it. Yeah, and you can probably bring this roof down to do that right there. But yeah, see, that's a nice clean join, except for this right here. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little weird. They're starting at the same height. Maybe this just isn't coming over far enough. I think that's what's going on there. This needs to come over to right. Bring it over to right there. There we go. And this can align to right there. Attached walls. Okay, that's fine. So that's a little bit better right there. Nope, not quite. I didn't quite catch it. You get the idea, though. That's a little weird. I wonder what. Oh. No, I don't. I have no explanation as to why that did not go all the way across. Doesn't matter because I'm not saving it anyhow. But you get the idea. And you can see I have the same issue here where it's not quite framing the way it's going to frame. And you have to be careful about using that because this will actually frame all the way down, right? There's still studs that come all the way down to here. It's just not sheathed and decked and finished. So maybe you do want to show that all the way down somehow. And just cut it to where it's not showing underneath inside the house. So some things to consider there, because we're obviously going to have framing across here, but that roof framing is going to have to come down. It's going to have to meet something, and if you need to show that in the model, that might be something you need to consider. So I'm going to leave this open. Oh man, they're sealing the roof, and it's like I am trapped in this office with like permanent marker. It's like somebody just left a pack of permanent markers open. And that's what I get to smell right now. It looks really great. Do you have a point at a particular stage of development that you start refining these details 30, 60, 90%? Just thinking the time and effort that goes into making the model more presentational. So when they say that they want to be able to see 3D views, you start it immediately. And it comes with a little bit of experience in terms of knowing if my philosophy is that modeling should get me 70% done with my documents, and then the 30% that's left is detailing and annotation, right? So I model things to a point where I should be most of the way done with the documentation before we even really get to the documentation stage. That's my goal, anyhow. This needs to be flat and it needs to be tall. This needs to be like opening flat, and it needs to be 12-0, 10-0, 12 foot wide, 10 foot wide. Is this at 10 feet? What is this at? Did they say they wanted a 12-foot tall ceiling? I'm going to keep it 10 feet, because 10 feet is pretty tall. Make this 9 feet. Sorry, I know I didn't finish my sentence there. I'm not really sure where my thought was. So anyway, yes, modeling should get you pretty far, but not all the way there. And it's not a matter of which phase of the process you get in. Obviously, if you know things are going to be changing a lot, then you want to get the things that convey the message. So if you know, a layout is pretty important because you're able to trace through, you know, what your client is wanting to see. So schematic phase and everything you want, floor plans, but you don't really need to flesh out the model details unless there's a space that's very important to the project. If there's a space that's important to the project, then you want to start fleshing that stuff out. You know, and that frustration is going to happen no matter what process you're using or what tool you're using. So you really need to kind of retrain your brain to not be frustrated about that stuff. That's nice. So I've got someone here in the office who likes to just change the name of the family, because that's how we tag things. It pulls the family type up for the label, but she doesn't change the actual dimensions. So when you change something, it doesn't actually update in the model. I kind of like that. It's not too horribly bad. Let's change this to a 5 panel with glass. Ta-da! I don't know what we're gonna do with this yet. Jeez, I might have to close the office, man. It's starting to stink in here. My eyes are starting to burn. That actually doesn't look too bad either. A little low there. I need some windows in there. That does look a little small though, doesn't it? Where did I go? Goodness. I like how that looks. Now you're walking down a hall and then I need to put my windows in there, but we should be good. Yeah, thanks for the questions. Appreciate you stopping by. That's what I like doing. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a drop ceiling in here, and so let's put this at like 9 feet here. Let's make one right here, and let's make one right here. Eight. There. So that way there's a little bit of definition there. This is dining. This is hallway. Kind of like that. Although I'm almost wondering if it should be reversed. Like if the dining hall should get like a really tall ceiling. I'm going to throw some windows in there in a little bit, but not right now. I feel like that is kind of tiny, isn't it? Like that's a little cramped. I feel like they're going to want more space than that. It looked bigger in the plan. Huh. I wonder if it's just because the model pieces don't match. Yeah, it looks great on plan. I wonder if the model is just the chairs are huge or something. This is a really long hallway. So, I mean, you can see in this model that there's some model detail. A lot of it is just the nature of the components that we use. Like, man, all of these, we're supposed to come through and check these guys so that they don't look so funky. We're gonna use 3-panel. Let's do 5-panel. I think 5-panel is gonna be better for us on this project. Also make it look a little bit nicer. So 5-panel on everything. And you know, but we're not quite at the point. See, there's not even a floor here. To where we can do things like, come on now. Where am I? There's the mudroom. Oh, seriously, come on. Dear Autodesk, fix it. I wonder if it's because that is selected. And there's a utility room. We gotta fix this. They want like a little dog run in here. That's a little funky. So yeah, that's really weird that it looked like it was so crammed in there. Do I have access to Lumion? Oh, I don't have Lumion installed on this machine. Maybe I should do that. Lumion 7.5. Let me go find that. Flexibility, so you can work in perspective view almost. You can do almost everything in perspective view, and they removed the requirement with the cropped view. So I'm actually working. That's what you're seeing right here. Is, well, you were seeing. Hopefully you're not seeing. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This guy right here is a perspective view without a crop. So this is a full perspective view. So if I zoom in and out, it's actually just like walking because 3D view, it's not cropped, and it is perspective, and I can change that to orthographic, which moves me outside the house. I don't want to do that. Camera position explicit. Looks like they've got a few more things that they're working on too. That's a really big dog wash station. So we're gonna put a door here so the dogs have a little dog run outside. That'll be kind of cool. That was one of the requests from the client. I actually want to. It's like I really wonder if that. Jeez. But I tell you what. To have a feature where you can walk through the projects, Autodesk has not considered this speed at all. It's like I have to bring this like way down. Nope, that didn't help. Now everything's just really slow. Like I turned my DPI on my mouse way down. Guess I just need to be a little bit more conscious about what we're doing there. I'm going to get rid of this ceiling because it's kind of ridiculous. We want to do something more like this, something that is vaulted. And you know what I'd really like to do is not have those hips on the side for the vault. So we might actually bring this whole thing down a little bit. Yes, Navisworks lets you adjust the walk speed. That's because it wasn't built by Autodesk, it was bought by Autodesk. I guess Revit was technically bought by Autodesk too, but you get the idea. It's just the inconsistency. I wish they would just say, hey, you know what, guys? For all of our products with 3D walkthroughs, let's have consistent controls and consistent walk speeds. So since Navisworks, which is basically dependent on having the product Revit, allows you to adjust the walk speed, let's let Revit adjust the walk speed too. You know, it's not that difficult. It's only like, what, 120 extra lines of code? And knowing Autodesk, I bet they could even buy that code from someone else. You know what we're missing right here is somewhere to hang coats. Like if people come in, where do they go to hang coats? Maybe it's just right inside of here. Maybe it goes right here. Yeah, in the works for 2020. I wouldn't hold my breath. Alright, let's go back to our plan. I don't think that there's really any good way to not make this feel gigantic right here. And if they want natural lighting, I think more space is going to be better. What is that? That's an extra foot. It's kind of a weird dimension there. Why do we have a nice clean dimension here, but a crappy dimension on the interior? I really don't want to save again because it's taking forever. So why? Okay. What is that? A detail line. What is that? It's a floor. It's cabinets. Okay, so I think I know what the problem was there. That's a mirror. That's a mirror. Okay, so we've got a weird dimension here. I wonder if it's... Is this not... There's a problem. 1'9", that's what, 21 inches. Supposed to be, I think it is actually supposed to be 25 inches. 20. Oh my lord, why can't I think right now? It's supposed to be 22 inches? Yeah, it looks right. Yep, 1 inch. Hold on, be right back. So I actually probably should bring this back into here. Let's look at this. It's kind of interesting. Huh. I don't know why those are there. I like the light switch in the middle of the I don't think we want the exhaust fan to be under the floor. And I'm not sure why that is being used, but that's ridiculous. We're just going to delete that. This needs to be 5 panel. What does frame do for that? I don't even know what frame does right there. Center window on bathtub wall. Yeah, it will be eventually.
What? Where am I? Who are you?
Yeah, it is. It is probably off a little bit. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen over here.
Look, I've been trying. What are you gonna do to me?
We're gonna perform a series of quizzes. Yeah.
Tests?
No, man, no, it's definitely.
No, it's probably off. Step fireplace. I don't know why we have a fireplace in the bathroom, but hey, you know, being creative, I guess. There's a sconce, light sconce, like well above everything. Let's bring that over here. Oh my god. What else is up there? Yeah, we got 2 more sconces way up there.
So you see why I feel useless compared to Geico, who does so much more. Like, not only could Geico save you money, but they've been around for
Line is too short.
and they give you 24/7 access.
What are these constrained to?
And they've got a 97% customer satisfaction rating. They do all of this while
Auto slab, elevation, oh. Oh. Okay. So let's do this. Let's make the height 5 feet and the elevation 0. Elevation 0, height 5 feet. So I don't know why that moved. I'm a little concerned that it did. It's bad enough that they're putting something toxic down on the roof and it's stinking up the place. Now they're yelling like they're at a sporting event or something. Enjoy coffee in Jurassic World. Hope you enjoy it. That looks really small too. It's fine in plan, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you around again soon. I hope one of these jokers just falls through the roof. It's like I really do. That can go away. Let's make this match that. That way it's nice and open. Still feels nice and open. And if we come here and we're working at the stove, we got a nice view of the living area, not of the front door, which might be okay because you only have to like peek over here, or you just say, "Hey Google, show me who's at the front door," and there's a little TV screen right there that shows them. My phone thought I was talking to it. Can't remember if we've already made the modifications to this bathroom or not. Oh my word. So what is this? Okay. There's a shelf in the middle of the bathroom there. I don't think that frame should be hanging out the side of the wall there. That could just be me. Personal opinion? Or design fact? I don't know. Now I'm outside the house. Is this done yet? No, it's not. It's not. God. So I think in terms of everything that they had in here, I've got 647. I got that. I think I've got everything except for this guy right here. It's 50-inch clearance from table. Around the nook. Man. Am good. How are you? Now I'm kind of rethinking this guy right here. I'm almost thinking that maybe it needs to be pushed back or angled. That whole thing here, which we had at one point. I don't know. I think I just need to finish it the way that I've got it. Stop dicking around with it. So there was a post on Nextdoor. And the question that's being asked, this is in the United States. Loud popping sound, gunshots. Hello, it is night of July 4th. I'm wondering if anyone else is hearing loud popping noise. Could be gunshots. I've heard about 500 of them, so it must be something really bad. Let me know if anyone has any idea on what it might be. Happy 4th. Hope everyone is enjoying the beautiful fireworks. There's gotta be... Apparently someone was going through neighborhoods and shooting Roman candles off at houses. Nice. Alright, I might... What did you just say? Right, I'm going to take a quick break and get some fresh air because I'm actually getting lightheaded from the fumes in here right now. So I'll be back a little bit later this afternoon. And hopefully you will too. If I'm not, have a great day and I will see you tomorrow.